Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you saw the title and the thumbnail, and I just hope you know this is going to be one of my favorite videos ever, and probably one of the best I've ever played in. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I am incredibly sorry. My audio did not record because I was recording a video for Granted, another YouTuber, and he wanted only the Minecraft sound, so I forgot to, uncheck all the things that I checked for OBS. But yeah, I came up with an idea that I will kind of commentate over my own gameplay and give my own thoughts. I'll also upload the uncut gameplay a little bit later, but yeah, because I obviously these are a best of 5, so they're long games, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe. So now that the intro is out of the way, I am here defending Shinked. Well, really, ThreeLetter is defending Shinked, and he knows that Shinked is pretty low ping, so he can't actually go for any trades, although Shinked is trying to force the trades as much as possible because it obviously works in his direction, so that's what he would try to do. And he gets into the hippo, but he's on 6, and luckily XP Slayer scores, but Maybe ThreeLetter could have gotten him. He was on 6 HP. ThreeLetter is playing more of a defensive aspect. See, in these past Vouch duels, myself, ThreeLetter, has been playing as a defender mostly. And it's not something that I normally play, but I have a weird thing where I play better on defense against better players, but I play worse on offense against better players. So yeah, when I play with SP Slayer, I do go on defense because, we have to realize SP Slayer is a much better bypasser than I am. So at every time I'm trying to go for the bypass, I'm really just going as fast as possible and developing so that I can give SP Slayer what he needs in the bypass. And then ultimately I end up going back on defense so I can, stop them. But here I accidentally fall and, Shinked gets in the goal, but, it's understandable. SP Slayer and ThreeLetter have pretty good chemistry, and they kind of realize that, okay, well, I just let them go into the goal. That's completely my fault. And yeah, I do realize that this is where I said to SP Slayer, I need to stop aggroing. God, these guys just run through me when I aggro. So yeah, for the rest of the game, I aggro a very, very small and minimal amount compared to what I did earlier. And we do have some pretty good chemistry. Despite him not having a microphone, we actually, I don't know why, but is the only person that I've played with in recent times that I've actually been able to play well with in a competitive setting. He's also the only person I actually play with in a competitive setting, and by competitive setting I do mean Vouch duels, because there's no other competitive setting that I play in. Here I kind of locked down Shinked. He had nowhere to go, and I passed his bypass. So now they don't really have any bypasses except on the right. If you remember, they have a little bit of a tunnel. But here I go for the bypass because I realized that SP Slayer was still right on top of me. So I could go for the bypass and secure some of the pressure, which actually ends up in our favor because it allowed me to get a goal room. And now we have all the pressure and time in the world, since Berserk is going to aggro because he knows Shinked is behind me. I get boosted straight into Berserk, which is... If I killed Berserk and I had better aim, I mean, really, that was reaction time, and I didn't really expect to get boosted straight into his face. Hey, but Shinked tried to ghost block back out, and I really do not want to talk about what happens next, but I guess you're just going to have to watch. Honestly, I don't know how Berserk hit me. I'm going to be real. I thought I dropped right when he respawned, but I guess I didn't. And here I get flawless by Shinked, but don't worry, SP Slayer is there to save the day. And all, I've been pretty much just playing on defense, just stopping them whenever I get the chance. Minimally bypassing, not really too much, just leaving it up to SP Slayer. Here I'm pretty much just waiting for SP Slayer to either skip or to win the trade. Yeah, like he did there. Usually he skips, but he was in a bad position, so I had to go for the PvP. But yeah, here I aggro Berserk, and it's not really... Oh, my bad. I completely forgot about that one. That was a pretty good aggro because he had nowhere to go. He was completely locked down. I kind of lose that PvP, I kind of trolled that, but I managed to fix it by getting Shinked away from where he was, and I try to win this PvP. If I win this PvP, it gives us a lot of pressure because SP Slayer normally wins the trades in the bypass, so I block up Shinked, making Berserk not able to hit SP Slayer, and Shinked is still aggroing SP Slayer, not allowing him to get away, but I'm just holding top layer like a madman, so it's ultimately just leading to us having so much pressure, and him... That was just a great play. SP Slayer cooked Shinked in the bypass. I was cooking top layer. It was just perfect on both of us, and we just were in without a doubt. But yeah, we're really seeing some defensive action by ThreeLetter, which is not normally what ThreeLetter does, but it's kind of working. Shinked has nowhere to go. The bypasses are all patched. It's primarily going pretty well. 2-2 it's been around. I can't see because Premiere is... I don't actually know how much time is left in the game, but y'all know. And I kind of have Shinked on lockdown. You all might remember, Prem Tour was not too long ago, and I was like getting completely rocked by Shinked. But here I am. The tides have turned. I am a new defender. I may actually be good at defense now. This time I didn't realize nobody was on me, because why would nobody be on me? Then I don't think SB Slayer realized that Shinked skipped him. Or Shinked got skipped by SB Slayer, but ended up being fine because, you know, we won that one, and then Berserker's on the right, and SB Slayer is going to help me because I would probably lose that, especially if he jumped into me like that. But this was a little bit of miscommunication. I was saying I'm aggroing. I don't think SB Slayer realized I meant for him to stay backwards, because I was low, so I wanted to aggro and die and hit Shinked a few times, but we didn't actually do what I had in my brain, but, you know, it's fine. And then SB Slayer actually loses the trade there, and I'm doing my best to stall Berserk as much as I can for SB Slayer to win that. And I manage here. This was such a good play, because I keep trying to stall him as much as I can for SB Slayer to just kill Shinked, but he's not able to, and I realize that Berserk is running back, meaning Shinked is probably dropping in, so I turn around, hit Shinked, and then finish off Berserk. And it was just a beautiful play, and obviously SB Slayer realized and said you're nuts, because I don't know, that was just some godly awareness on my part. It was just instinctively, because I saw him hold block, and that's not what people normally do in a goal room situation. They kind of go for it, and he stayed back, and I was like, wait, something's wrong. So the reaction time just kicked in, and I went for Shinked. And ultimately led us to saving that pressure. Here I was kind of skeptical if SB Slayer was going to get him or not, and I kept turning around, and it was getting worse every time I turned around. So I tried to run back and help him, but turns out Shinked just went for it for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, SB Slayer got him. I don't know why. And then I aggro Berserk because he has nowhere to go, so I just kill him again. But here I am, back in the bypass. Hopefully I can make something out of it. Don't exactly remember what happens all too well, but I remember that he aggroed, so I tried to go around. And I didn't realize there's a hole here, so I tried to... I don't know what I was trying to do, but I didn't realize there was a hole there, so he just aggroed me and killed me. That was a terrible arrow juke, but I get Shinked, which keeps us, and I run back knowing SB Slayer's there. And then he kills him, which gives us a ton of pressure. But then, obviously, I get flawless, but I kind of saved it a little by getting really low, so now he's not going to have time to go in the bypass. So obviously, I'm trying to play a little bit like Glenyabu, staying back, cratering. And it seems to be working against Shinked, but then I realized that when I tab out and I'm recording, my PC decides to die. But, you know, that's just what happens when I'm recording. I don't know why. But yeah, he walked off, so I guess it's fair. I don't know. It is also important to point out that these games, the server was lagging a crap ton, so there are some instances very soon and some explanation at the end that I need to explain. So yeah, I'm kind of just staying back on defense. I know that if I aggro, I'd probably die, or they'd run through me. Because one, they're lower ping, and second, when I aggro, I'm stupid, so they just walk through me. Well, no, Berserk isn't lower ping, but Shinked is lower ping. But here I am, locked on Shinked like a hawk on its prey, and I just get rid of his tunnel. I aggroed him, and he had nowhere to go. He didn't even realize I was on him until he was dead. But yeah, I kill Shinked, and I know Berserk is in the bypass somewhere. I thought he was closer to the base, and then I see his name tag, and I'm on him again, and he has nowhere to go. I'm just on them 24/7. It's crazy. Wait, what? Shinked kind of just like staying on top layer while Berserk bypasses. I thought SB Slayer was going for him, but it's fine. I think I'm on him here. I don't exactly remember. Oh yeah, I see him out of the corner of my eye, and I realize he's... Oh yeah, because his name tag. He goes for it, but I just end up killing him because I made some pretty good hippos where I could just aggro and they can't really get away from it. So we kept losing PvP here, which caused them to have a massive pressure wave, which was not exactly what we wanted. So he was kind of getting away from SB Slayer, so I decided to help a little bit. And it kind of ended up in us... It went well, but here, that was so close. That was a little bit of server lag. I hit them twice, then I lagged back, and the block that I broke actually placed under me again, so I should have had him either way, but it almost went terribly for me. It ended up well. He tries to box me for the first time in his life. Shink's blocks disappear, and then I miraculously win that because of my epic block hits. They don't really have anywhere to go. They've been in the bypass for quite a few times, I think 14 minutes, and they haven't really scored too often, except the first two goals at the beginning where I kind of aggroed, but let's not talk about those. I realized my mistake and never did it again. And then finally, we get a goal. SB Slayer scores. Essentially, they hadn't scored in a bit, and we were the team scoring. So really, we're kind of in a rhythm, and they're not. And I kind of just fake the gap there and wait for Shink to go towards me, and then I hit him away, which gives us a ton of pressure because now Berserk had to switch it up, and Shink doesn't know where SP Slayer is. This time Berserk tries to fake, and not fake the jump, and he actually jumps. I think I end up losing this PvP. Yeah, I kind of threw that, but it's alright. I did hit him away, which is enough for him to not go to the bypass. And now I'm going to race, but no, there was some server lag, and it turns out SP Slayer fell through the goal, which, so yeah, we did win 4-3, which is pretty good. But now, here comes the problemo. And the problem is that we're playing on Dojo. And if you don't know, Dojo is not really my best map in defense, so yeah, we'll see how this goes, but stay tuned. There are better games in the future, considering this is a best of 5. And then I walk off trying to get Berserk. What a excellent display of skill in a premium Vouch duel. Here I go for a really cheeky defensive maneuver there. That was a kind of smooth one, I won't lie. I know I'm talking about my own play, but still, I feel like that was smooth. You gotta give me that one. I go for the fake aggro, but he doesn't fall for it. So then it kind of just keeps going around, and I almost fall there. And I keep trying to aggro, but he gets through, and yeah. You know what I said last game about telling SP Slayer I wouldn't aggro anymore? That I did it again. Kind of just bypassing, trying to get some tunnels for SP Slayer, trying to go a little fast so that I can go back on defense, which is exactly what I want, because I don't want to be on offense too long, because that means SP Slayer is not on offense, and SP Slayer is better at bypassing, as I've said before. So yeah, I kind of want him on offense and not me. Yeah, I do end up having a goal room, and then yeah, I definitely lose that one, but I get the bow shot, and it ends up in, I thought SP Slayer was gonna lose that for some reason. Actually, no, I told him I didn't see you there. I remember now. But yeah, and then we didn't realize that Berserk was there. We just had terrible communication there, which is kind of fair because I was falling into the goal and I bowed. Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, there we had no comms, and we somehow both realized that one of them was skipping and I had to void. So yeah, because I didn't even see him. I just heard the fighting stop, and I was like, wait, I should probably turn back and see. But yeah, now Shinked is doing exactly what I hate, going under the map and going towards the middle, which is something that I cannot stop, but I was fast enough there to stop him. And then SP Slayer managed to score, so it was pretty much a win-win situation. Sorry, I need to drink some water. This talking over my games is so, it gets me dehydrated, I don't know. But I do some epic block trades there, and block hits, sorry. And I actually win the trade by doing so. I feel like I need to do that more often when I'm playing someone that's tragically lower ping than me. Here I go for a little bit of tunnel because I saw it was working on me, so I tried to do it on them, and let me tell you, this tunnel was so good. Even later into the game, you're just gonna see, it was so good. They kept aggroing me, and I just kept getting goal rooms. Oh yeah, they had to double me there, where I would have had a goal room, but it secured SP Slayer the goal room, which he ended up dying, and I may or may not have thrown pressure because I thought I was him and tried to juke Shinked. But I do end up getting back into the tunnel that I was talking about, and Shinked doesn't really know the full extent of this tunnel, so I kind of juke him down, and then I go back, I fake the up, and then I go back down into my other tunnel, and dude, just let me tell you, this is amazing. And then I obviously fail placing blocks. Yes, the easiest thing in the world. Obviously, guys, I am pointing out most of the stuff that I'm doing right in my eyes, so if someone's thinking that I do something wrong, maybe, I don't know, but it's just the way I play, and I'm just explaining the way I play. So, yeah, before y'all say anything, I just gotta explain my own way of playing. I kind of choked there because I thought I would be able to get him, but he had so many blocks in between me and him, but I kind of just stopped Shinked and stall him a little. Kind of a good PvP for us, and I realized that, yeah, as I said earlier, SP Slayer does end up skipping the bypasser every so often, so I always keep on the lookout for when he does that, because, you know, since he doesn't have a microphone, I kind of just have to look around, so it kind of helps my awareness a bit that he doesn't have a microphone. And here, I really was not expecting that Berserk would just hold W all the way from middle of the bridge into the goal room. Not what I expected. that was definitely my fault, and I should have played that better, but I don't even think SP Slayer expected that one. I didn't think he would do that. And then here, you start to see, and then I start choking a little bit and letting 2 goals in a course of 30 seconds after playing so well for 9 minutes, 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So now I'm going back into my tunnel trying to fake the up, and then I do get the fake, and Berserk is still aggroing me, and I realize that, so I try to go for the trade, and then SB Slayer gets scored on, but that was probably my fault because they had a lot of tunnels. I feel like I defended well until the end. Here I kind of tried to hippo a little larger because, you know, against Shanked I'm not the best on this map. I don't know why. But I do manage to kill Berserk there, and SB Slayer's in, so I got my guy, he scored, you know, defender and an offense W, both, and I get pre-bowed for the first time. Oh my god. It's really annoying, and I don't know how I miraculously managed to land on that. I get the bow shot, and I go down, but I don't realize that Shinked is going to go down there. So I kind of choked that and avoided, but it's fine because he's just staying back while I'm stalling for SB Slayer. Mainly what I do on defense when I play with SB Slayer is stall. And it usually works. It's kind of what Glennyvoo does. I don't exactly know how to explain what Glennyvoo does, and I will not try, but in the way I see it, he kind of craters the bridge and just stalls and waits for the opponent to mess up, or just makes the opponent come above him. So yeah, I kind of play some decent offense here, and I get the goal room, and I barely don't get that kill. I got the particles, but I don't think he was blocking, but maybe. That was pretty close. But yeah, I did get the pressure for that because SB Slayer gets inside the goal while I get a little bit of a spawn block off and a little bit of a head hitter on the right. So all in all, good play. They really haven't had any chances to score as of right now. I've kind of just like stalled and waited. Now I go back because I realized that SB Slayer is skipping once again, which is completely normal. I'm kind of used to it, and I kind of fake the aggro, and he falls for it, and I just kill him. So yeah, there's no world where I lost that. Kind of just hit him off, wait for him to jump for it, and just one tap him. You know, pretty simple stuff as of right now. Textbook defense, as they say. Kind of missed that bow. That was a really necessary bow shot for me to hit, but it's fine. He didn't get the gap. SB Slayer is fine on defense. I see that, so it gives me the time that I need to bypass, but I completely throw it, and yeah, he kills me. Not the best bypass. I'm not the best bypasser, but it does the job. So here I try to keep the low ground and the back wall, which allows me to kill Berserk, although he was trying to void after I hit him off, but still. I did do some solid defense there. I forced him up and then stayed a little bit downward so he can't box me, but at the same time, he can't really get through me. And now Berserk was kind of skipped, and SB Slayer is in for a 5-0 in 3 minutes. So yeah, that was the best of 3, and usually I ask for the vouch now, and I got no vouched. But no worries, there are still 2 more games for y'all to watch, which will be awesome. But yeah, here I go on to explain a little bit, and Berserk says I didn't score anything, but I obviously stated that I was on defense, which I was. Yeah, I did bad on defense. Personally, he might have seen something I didn't, but personally, I believe I did fine. I'm not here to complain that I did not get the vouch, by the way, guys. I am just here to explain what I think I did. Okay, does that make any sense? I'm not complaining to the premium council. Does that make any sense? I'm not trying to complain or trying to fight for the vouch right now. I'm just explaining what I need to explain and my thoughts of the game. And just by my amazing luck, we managed to queue Dojo again, and obviously they want to play it because they did score the first goal. Sorry, they did win the first game on Dojo, so obviously they're going to want to play it. I did tell SB Slayer here that they're trying a little more because, you know, in my eyes, the way I see it is they want to be trying a little bit harder to actually see if I'm premium level, because maybe the other games they were throwing a little bit, you know, and they didn't vouch, and I didn't really understand, so now they want to like prove their point a little more, which is completely understandable. It's what anyone would ever do in their lives, you know. But yeah, I get shinked off, which allows me to keep the pressure flow going. I kind of get through. I get the goal room, which, you know, early in the game, we do have a goal room. I'm trying to stall because I know Berserk is going to avoid, which he is, and I just get flung to the other side. And here I am, just stalling for like 5 seconds. So yeah, we do end up getting a goal room for SB Slayer here. And me and SB Slayer are notoriously bad at stalling on this map, which is not normal. But yeah, I do score. which I believe started from, honestly, it was a nice pressure hold from both of us. I won the PvP and he got into the goal room. Sorry, I held the PvP and he got into the hippo, which allowed him to draw one guy, and then I drew Shinked into the void, and then yeah, I kind of held pressure on the side, and then he got to it, and you know, we just kind of held pressure for each other until one of us was in. But yeah, understandably, if you lose on the map once, the chances are you're going to lose on it again. So that's why I didn't really want to play that map again. But here I'm trying not to come off as a complainer, but at the same time I'm trying to justify why I should receive the vouch for the previous games. So yeah, here I'm just trying to, you know, try to explain how I played in the other games, but nothing is sticking to Berserk, but it's alright. So he wanted to do one more duel, and at first, the first one, we queued on Kondo, and like before, I didn't show this, but we queued on Kondo, and he said we were both left, and we queued it twice, and then he wanted to play Urban. So yeah, because Urban is like his best map, but yeah, best of 5. Let's see how this goes. This is the match that really matters, because it is the best of 5, and it is Urban, so you all know how Urban of me and SP Slayer against Shinked went back in the day, and back in the day I do mean like a couple months. It was not that long ago. But yeah, I'm kind of trying to stay back because I know Berserk knows the map of Urban inside and out, so I kind of just want to stay back, wait for him to do his move, and then react, but react fast or it's not going to work. And here I kind of just follow him right and left, wait for him to do something, but he doesn't really end up doing anything, and I kind of just wait. Yeah, I just wait for him to mess up, and yeah, minimally mess up, and it's over. And then SP Slayer takes on a race, but I realize they're both coming in at the same exact time, so I can't actually defend. I think Berserk was a little closer, and that's why I went for it. I like took half a second to figure out which one it was, so I'm not entirely sure if I was right or not. I didn't really have the time to assess all the information. But yeah, my plan was to jump into Berserk and then hold S so I can, or like hold a S and D to like get hit towards Shinked, if that makes sense, so I can knock him away. And SP Slayer told me he was like a second and a half away from scoring, so I think it would have worked if I just moved a little bit more to the right, or Berserk hit me a little bit more to the right, but I think he knew that's what I was doing. There's not really much I could do to that one. But SP Slayer made it back by scoring a goal there, which is awesome. I get boxed a little, but I get that epic 4-block hit. I'm joking. But yeah. I get a really, really cool looking hit. I tried to knock Berserk off, and I didn't realize I knocked him down straight to where I wanted to bypass. That was kind of unfortunate, to be honest. They're both down there. I really need to win this PvP, and I do. I get that double hit that secured us the pressure. I also killed Berserk, and they go towards me, so that means SPs are going to have an awesome time in the bypass. Yeah, because if they both aggroed me twice, or if I killed both of them twice, or if I killed both of them and then one of them is on me, that means there's one at their base. I kind of get above Shinked, but I'm not able to capitalize on it because I kind of block shot myself. But yeah, I kind of stall Shinked for all of eternity. I could have kept going on stalling. Like, look at this. I cannot be stopped. Oh my goodness. But then I do end up seeing SP Slayer's on the left, and he's pretty close to the goal, so I just end up trying to go so Shinked didn't turn around, and it kind of worked. I get Shinked off, kind of textbook defense, wait for him to do a mistake, kind of just hit him away now. And now I just make sure Berserk shows me where his tunnel is so I can go towards him and then just one-tap him off. But he ends up actually clutching, and I hit him, and he was going to clutch on the side. I think he might have had a goal room if SP Slayer didn't score. Or I might have been able to hit him onto the wall. You know, someone needs to stop the footage and just see. But I think I would have gotten him. Or I would have stalled like a solid 5 more seconds for SP Slayer. And SP Slayer would have either scored or voided, so it would have ended up being perfect. Really not bad defense. Could have been better, obviously. I did let them get in that position, but you know, here I'm just kind of playing pretty decent defense. I'm not really playing much offense, but that's not my strong suit as of right now, so I'm kind of just mainly playing defense. Shink doesn't take any KB, and we're racing, and I realized that we're racing, and I decided to go for it because we're in such a good position, and I don't even think Berserk was in, or if he wasn't, he was pretty close, but still, that was a pretty good race that I took. I was in a good position, and then SP Slayer took the race, and I just kept going with it. So So yeah, it was pretty good play on both of our parts. By the way, guys, I'm not trying to downplay anything SP Slayer is doing. I'm just trying to explain more of what I'm doing. I kind of throw this awesome position that I had on Shanked, but it's fine. That's why I don't like Urban. Dude, I don't know why, but in recent times, I've been disliking Urban. I used to like it a lot. Here, I just wait for... Yeah, I just wait for him to come towards me, aggro him, hit him a little bit, wait for him to try to go around me, and then I hit him. You know, textbook defense. Kind of just using the simplest forms of defense that I understand. I try to win this PvP. I actually end up doing it with the low ground. I try to gap, but don't hold it down for long enough. Then he like morphs through my block. A little bit of server lag there, but it's alright. We're winning 4-1. We're having a good position. Here that we kind of race, and I kind of let Shinked get there. And that's a terrible position to let Shinked get to because, yeah, I kind of threw that. I mean, I thought he was going to go in, and I missed the bow. I completely threw that, but it's alright. They scored 1 goal on me in, what, 6 minutes and 30 seconds? That's not bad. The other goal was a race, if y'all don't remember. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad, pretty good defense, especially against Berserk and Shanked on Urban. They haven't really had any goal rooms except for that last one, and they won. I try to fake the race here, which actually ends up going in our favor because I get Berserk on me, which allows SP Slayer to get in a good position, and with his awesome bypassing skills, he gets the goal. But, yep, in the end, they end up no vouching me. So, yeah, not really much I can do about it, but I guess I'll go for some other councils and see. I don't know how many games I have to win for it to vouch, but yeah.